DreAllDay.com.
What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is called Give Your Mind an Objective. Now, let me ask you a hypothetical question I'm sure all of you have probably heard before, but it helps illustrate my point. How many times have you got a new car, or you got in one of your friends' cars and they got some car that you never even rode in before, you never even thought that much about it? You rode in that car, you got in that car, and then all of a sudden everywhere you go you start noticing that car, right? That's happened to everybody, right? Why is it that that happens? The reason that happens, and we get a little bit technical here, is something that from the mind is called the reticular activating system. That means once your mind notices a certain thing for whatever reason, once your mind notices it, it starts picking up on anything in its environment, anything in your orbit that relates to that thing. So if you never paid attention to a Range Rover with black rims, and then all of a sudden one of your friends gets one and you ride in it for a whole day, now everywhere you go for the next 10 years, you're going to notice every single Range Rover that has black rims. You tell your friend, like, yo, I keep seeing your car everywhere now that I rode in it. All of you have experienced that before, right? So what does it have to do with this week's motivation, and how can you use it to help you in your life and whatever endeavor you're going through? This is how. When you give your mind an objective, something to focus on, a certain goal that you want to attain, your mind will start, that reticular activating system will start paying attention to everything in your orbit that has to do with reaching that goal. For example, if you say to yourself, okay, I want to gain 20 pounds of muscle between now and this time next year. You had never thought of that before. You had never done it before. There's no proof that you could possibly do it because you haven't done it. Your mind, the reticular activating system is going to start picking up on it. All of a sudden, you're going to notice some article in a magazine when you're in the checkout line at the grocery store that says, these are exercises you can do to build up your chest. Or you're going to notice somebody who happens to have some supplement, some weight gain supplement, or some protein powder that you can take, or some information that you can get that you otherwise would have glazed over and not even noticed, some information about lifting weights, or somebody that you know who never mentioned lifting weights before in their life, at least as far as you noticed. Now all of a sudden they did something with lifting weights, or they got a new gym membership, and they know somebody who's a personal trainer who knows everything about putting on muscle for an athlete. All of a sudden, and this doesn't have to be your example, that's not even that great of an example, honestly, but you get the point that I'm saying is this. Once you give your mind an objective, once you tell yourself, whether you write it down, whether you speak it out loud, you don't have to speak it to anybody else, you don't have to share what you write down with anyone else, this is all for you. Once you make a decision that there's something that you want to do, something that you want to accomplish, and you give your mind an objective, your mind will start picking up on these things. And another thing you have to understand about this is when we talk about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. When you're listening to me talk right now, everything you're hearing is being processed through your conscious mind. Those are the thoughts that are being held in the front of your mind that you're thinking about. Like if I said, what are you thinking about? You ever had somebody ask you, like, what are you thinking about right now? And if you tell them the truth, you tell them whatever's going on in your mind at this exact moment. Right now, all you're thinking about is what I'm telling you. Now think about what you had for lunch 3 days ago. Now that had to be dug out of your subconscious mind, or some deep in trenches of your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is where all your great ideas come from. The deepest part of you, the part of you that you really are going to turn out to be, comes from your subconscious mind. But here's the thing. You don't control what thoughts are in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind picks up on every piece of thought energy around you. So this is the part you need to get. If you hang around a bunch of bum-ass people, their thoughts, their words, their energy is going to slowly seep into your subconscious mind. It's like if you're in a room full of smoke. Like if somebody comes in your house, they sit on your couch in the living room and they just smoke all day. Your couches are going to start smelling like smoke. A week after they're gone, your couch is still going to smell like smoke. You don't want it to, but it's going to, because it seeps in. There's nothing you can do about it. When you hang around high achieving people, people who have goals, people who have plans, people who are about positive things, people who are where you want to be, their thought energy will slowly seep into your subconscious mind over time. So what does this have to do with you? You need to get around the things that you want to be. You need to think about the things you want to be. You need to speak about the things you want to be, the places you want to be, the person that you want to become. You hang around those things, slowly your conscious mind says, okay, we got to let these thoughts into the subconscious mind because they keep knocking on the door. Thinking about it one time, watching this video right here, just one time, is not going to put this idea into your subconscious mind or let your subconscious mind kind of marinate, like putting it in a crock pot. Any of you ever seen a crock pot? Like my mom used to always make these big meats, like a pot roast or something in a crock pot. She'd start cooking at like 8 in the morning and it wouldn't be done cooking until like 7:30 at night, but it just cooked slowly all day. We would leave the house and leave the crock pot on, come back, it's still cooking. That's the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, you can't just put something in it though, like she would put the meat in the pot. It has to be let in by being consistently fed to your mind. So whatever thoughts you're feeding to your mind consistently over and over again, eventually they get into the subconscious, and when something's in your subconscious, every part of your being starts going towards that thing. So give yourself an objective, repeat it to yourself all the time, get around it, think about it, talk about it. Interact with other people who are doing the thing that you're thinking, whatever that objective is you're giving yourself. Eventually it gets to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind works on it, and your subconscious mind makes everything in your environment that is about that objective magnetized towards you. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here, and make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day.